Good day and welcome. It is Thursday, February 27th. And folks, I'm going to break down two games in the American Conference and the West Coast Conference. But if you're brand new to Wager Talk and you want to get my 5% college basketball play for tonight for just $1, stay tuned between games. Let's get right into it. We're talking an AAC matchup. This is on ESPNU tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. UAB travels to Wichita State. Wichita State currently a 1 or a 1.5 point favorite, a total of 154.5. Late in the season, I basically reset teams to see what they've done in the last 30 days. In this situation, we have Wichita State actually rated higher, the number 91 team against UAB, which is the number 97th rated team. So if we have two teams with a slight edge and a 3 or 4 or 5 point home edge, I actually think there's a few points of value here with the Shockers. Now you look at UAB, they have 4 games on deck. And when you are talking about college kids that are currently tied for second in the conference, they trail the leader Memphis by only 1.5. They have 4 games left in the season. They are focused to win that conference. But we have a situation here. Again, they trail Memphis by 1.5. Guess what? They have a home game against that Memphis Tigers on deck. In that situation, this is a horrible spot. No matter how much you tell your players to, let's stay focused on this game, let's not look ahead, you know they're thinking to themselves, okay, we're going to beat Wichita State. Then we get Memphis at home. If we win that, we can win our last 2 games and we can win the conference. But when those teams have that much pressure and have to go on the road against a team that is a defensive team better than an offensive team, that's a situation I want to fade. UAB number 1 on offense, number 8 on defense in conference-only stats. Wichita State number 10 and number 4. UAB was on an 0-3 ATS run. They did beat Temple by 16 as a 9.5 point favorite in their last game. When I look at the Blazers, they've only been a dog 4 times. They've gone 1-3 straight up, 2-2 against the spread, and all on the road. But when they've played a better defense, they've played a weak schedule, only the number 241 schedule. But when they've played a defense that is a top 160 D, they're only 1-5. Wichita, by the way, comes in as a 125th ranked team on defense, and UAB's only win was at home as a favorite. Wichita started the season 4-2, went on a poor 2-10 run, but they've bounced, winning 6 straight and going 6-1 against the spread. The only non-cover, they failed to cover by a 0.5 point. Folks, I think UAB's in a bad situation here, off a home win, a home game on deck. This Wichita State that has played well down the stretch, I give the Wichita State Tigers quite a bit of value here, minus the point or minus the 1.5. Again, that's ESPNU, 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. You know, guys, at Wager Talk, we have a site-wide special that has been amazing. It's the rest of the college basketball season for $199. So if you're accustomed to getting my March Madness and NITs and all those conference tournament values, take advantage. But I want to talk to those of you who are brand new to Wager Talk. Maybe you've watched these videos. Maybe you go check out our amazing free odds, WT.backslash-odds. Maybe you go look at the free plays. But if you've ever wanted to try one of my top-rated 5% plays, I am on a 12-3-1, 80% run on college basketball, 5% on all 5% plays. I've had 2 5% college basketball underdogs this year. They've covered by an average of over 10 points per game. I've got a great underdog tonight. If you log in, buy that play, it'll show it for $35, but use coupon code RALPH and the number 1, no spaces, RALPH, the number 1, and you will save $34 and pay just $1 for that 5% release. Game number 2 I want to break down. West Coast Conference, CBS Sports Network, 11 p.m. tonight. St. Mary's travels to Loyola Marymount. St. Mary's a 13.5 point road favorite, a total of 33. Now, I talked about UAB being in a scheduling spot that I had no interest in backing. The only way I would play this game, I would not bet a penny of even Prez's money on St. Mary's in this situation. They are off a win against Gonzaga. That is a rarity as well. Let's take a look. When they're off a win against Gonzaga, they are 1-6 against the spread the next game. They are ranked the first time all season after beating the Zags this past weekend. And they clinched their first regular season title since they clinched their first regular season title and swept Gonzaga for the first time since 2015 or 2016. Loyola has not been a good team. They've only won one of their last 6 games. But this is their final game of the season, their final home game for their seniors. And St. Mary's still has a home game on deck on Saturday, so they're looking forward to finishing strong at home. Hank's House, of course, dubbed for the late Hank Gathers. You know, they snapped a 21-game losing streak a couple years ago when they upset St. Mary's as a 16-point dog. But when we look at Loyola, they're off a win last Saturday. They're 11-5 straight up and 7-8 ATS at home in Hank's House. But as a double-digit favorite, they can't get margin. They're not a good enough team. They're 1-4 against the spread. And as a single-digit favorite or a home dog, they're 5-2 against the spread. Here's a system for you as well. In February, so we're talking later in the year, if the team is a home dog of 8.5 or higher and they're off a win as a home favorite, those teams have gone 24-16, 59% against the spread. Now, that's the reasons why I'm not going to play St. Mary's, but I'm not quite going to get to the Loyola side. Loyola is a team that forces their opponent to bring the ball up very slowly. Their defensive tempo, number 319. St. Mary's, all around slow. Their tempo, number 359, one of the closest. Loyola is also a team that doesn't turn the ball over. They only turn the ball over 15 times a game. That is top 50 in the country. When St. Mary's is playing a team that doesn't turn the ball over and the possessions get very long, they are 3-11 over-under in the first half. They're 6-14 over-under when a team averages less than 14 turnovers per game in the last 20 games. Loyola, they're 3-10 over-under as a dog in the first half. Again, they're number 50, top 50s in turnovers on offense. Bad scheduling spot for St. Mary's. Neither team in a hurry to move the ball up. My official best bet for this video, under 62.5. St. Mary's, Loyola Marymount on CBS Sports Network. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch these videos. Please smash that like button. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a comment. And make sure to subscribe to WagerTalk TV to find out. While 150,000 people have been subscribers, and that number continues to grow. My 5% play for $1, the code Ralph1. Thanks for tuning in.